Hey mamas, when we imagine women in labor, most of the time we picture them in their bed, laying back, sweating and groaning through their contractions. And let's be honest, that's not the beautiful birth experience that we are envisioning for ourselves. And why is that? It's because reclining on your back in your bed is one of the most unfavorable, ineffective, and most uncomfortable positions that you can use during birth. So instead of lying on your back in bed, I'm going to share with you in this video how to pick positions that are going to really help you optimize your labor and how to specifically labor with a birth ball. I'm Bridget and I'm a birth doula in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I love helping moms love their birth. For more of my tips and tools on how to have an empowered birth, make sure you are subscribed to this channel and then hit the little bell right next to it so you don't miss any of my future videos. So by a show of hands, who wants a quicker and easier labor? I know I do. With all my mamas during labor, I always encourage them to use gravity and movement to help them through their labor. And while they are reluctant to do so in the moment, after birth, they tell me how grateful they were to have had gravity and movement on their side to help them get through the challenges of their labor. So by the end of this video, you're going to have a list of go-to positions that I have loved using, my mama clients have loved using, and now you get to try for your own labor and birth. If you are looking for a birth ball to use during your own pregnancy or to bring to your birth, I will link the one that I'm using down in the descriptions below. It's nice and cheap and I absolutely love it. I recommend it to all the mamas that I work with, and now I'm recommending it to you. So it's down in the descriptions below. So mama, there are lots of labor positions to try out, and you never know which ones are going to work for you until you do them while you are in labor. With that being said, we know that there is one position that women should avoid using during birth, and that is the laying on your back reclined in a bed position. With that being the one you should avoid, I have several positions that are actually proven to help quicken and ease labor for you. And so I really want you to be able to practice these and hopefully use them during your own birth experience. I always want to point out before doing these videos that there is no magic position for mamas to be in that is going to make labor painless, that is going to make it, go super fast. But what I am going to share with you is easy ways to help you remember how to get that optimal position for birth. But since there is no magic position to be in that is going to make labor super painless or super fast, I am going to share with you 3 rules to live by when you are trying to find a position for labor. And to help you remember these 3 rules, I want you to remember BLT. Yes, like the bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich that we all know and love. So the first rule that I have for you is be open. Obviously, a baby is not coming out of a closed pelvis or a closed vagina, so you need to have open thoughts and do open positions. Some open positions that you can use during your labor is standing up with your birth partner and having a nice wide stance with your legs and helping open up that area so that baby is, 1, having gravity on their side, which we will talk about in a minute, and 2, just having a nice opening for baby to be coming down and out of. So the first labor position that I want to share with you that is very common and women go to it very instinctively is just standing with their birth partner and swaying with nice open legs. And the reason why this is important is because, 1, you have gravity on your side that's helping baby engage into the pelvis well, which we are going to talk about in a second. And 2, with that nice wide stance, as you are standing with your birth partner, you are having that nice wide opening for baby to come down and out through the pelvis and birth canal. The next position that I want to show you is squatting, and squatting is so good at getting that nice opening for baby to come down and out of. One position that you can do if you need a little bit more support before we go to the birth ball is sitting back on a chair with your birth partner while you are squatting, and that just helps you have a little bit more stability and support. If you choose to do it with a birth ball, which I absolutely love, but definitely you'll maybe need a little bit of practice while you're pregnant so you are comfortable and familiar with it enough to do it during birth, is just to get into that nice wide open squat position, and then you drape yourself over the ball like this, and you just kind of sway back and forth, and it's just nice, open, and allows that baby to engage with your pelvis very easily. The next birth position that you can use with your birth ball to help create that nice open area for your baby is just to lay with your chest on the birth ball on all fours. And as you are doing this, I want you to remember that it's not so much about having your legs as far apart as you possibly can, because what that's going to do is actually bring your pelvis in more. And so it's actually shrinking that opening. And remember, we want to be open, so we want to create space. So when you are on your birth ball, you just have your hips, or you have your knees about hip width apart. And then I want you to point your toes outward so that you are creating a nice open space for baby to engage in that pelvis. And so that's a great way to be open while using a birth ball. If you want an even wider opening as you are sitting on your birth ball on all fours, what you can do is create a nice opening with your leg, kind of like you're doing a lunge, and then just rest your upper body on the birth ball. And so you have that support, and then you're creating that nice opening like we've been talking about. So if you're tired and you don't want to be standing or on all fours, and sitting sounds like a good position, then you can just sit on your birth ball. And I talked about rolling your hips and doing figure eights in our last video. And so if you are wondering how to do those, make sure you check out this video that I'm going to link up here. But what you're going to want to do just really quickly is just roll your hips and do little figure eights on the ball while you are in labor. One, that's going to help bring a little bit of comfort and take away some of the tension from your hips and back and your belly. And two, that's going to really help get baby in that nice position. If you are using an epidural and you have to be in bed, but you are still wanting to create space for your body to be opening, to allow baby to engage in your pelvis, a good one that you can do is to prop your bed up and then bring your legs together. And sometimes you can lower the foot part of your bed so that your feet are a little bit lower, and stick the ball in between the opening of your legs, and you can drape yourself over, and you'll have people supporting you on both sides so that you're not feeling unstable, which often happens when you have an epidural. But this just allows all this area to be nice and open even when you are bound to the bed because of an epidural. Last but not least, to create an open space if maybe you are laying back in bed, a good way to do it without the birth ball, but you can use a peanut ball or some pillows, is just to lay on your side instead of laying on your back, and put pillows in between your legs so that you have that nice opening here. So that was the be open part of our BLT sandwich for finding a position for birth. Now the L of BLT is lean forward. So by leaning forward, you are helping give space to baby to move around during those contractions, move around during those rest periods, to really help engage them in a good position. Not only that, but leaning forward as opposed to leaning backwards is really going to help with gravity, help engage and bring baby down and out. Also, leaning forward is really helpful if you are experiencing any back labor, because it helps relieve a lot of the tension that you might be experiencing in your lower back by shifting that weight forward so that you're supporting that more in the front and not so much in the back. So some forward leaning positions that you can do if it's still early labor and you're at home and you have a bathtub to be in, you can be laying over the side of the bathtub, or maybe you can be doing that at your birth center or your hospital, depending, if they have a bathtub or not. But being able to lean over the side of the bathtub is a really great way to get that leaning forward motion. Another position that you can do to get that nice lean forward is just a standing position with your birth partner, where you have your arms around their shoulders, or maybe you're using a rebozo for support and you're just leaning over them so that, again, you have that nice space for your womb to open a little bit and allow baby to move around in there. For leaning forward, we can always go to our go-to trusted position of being on all fours, just draping our chest over our birth ball and having that nice wide opening. So one, we have that open space. Two, we're leaning forward and creating space for baby to twist and turn and engage in that pelvis. So you can do that over the birth ball, or you can get rid of that and just go on all fours. And again, that's a great way to labor. You can do this on the bed if you don't want to be on the dirty hospital floor, or you can stack pillows, whatever is going to help support you and bring you the most comfort. But again, that's giving you that nice leaning forward motion. So another leaning forward position that I love that you can use with a birth ball and on your hospital bed is just to take the birth ball. And the reason why I like the birth ball on the bed better than pillows is because it has a little bit more firm support to hold you up, whereas pillows just kind of make you sink in. And so what you can do is just put it on your hospital bed and raise the hospital bed to, whatever height is comfortable for you. And then you lean over it just like this so that you have nice support where you're leaning forward and using gravity on your side. Now you can also lean forward on a chair or the toilet. I love laboring on the toilet, as weird as that sounds. But if you sit backwards on a chair, you have this space to rest yourself on so you're not getting overworked and overtired, but you're also having that leaning forward motion. And if you're doing this on a toilet where it has that space for you, it really allows that perineum to relax and stretch nicely. And again, you can lean forward so that you have that nice forward incline. So that is L for lean forward, and that brings us to our next letter, T, for trust gravity. When you are in labor, mama, you are going to quickly learn that gravity is either your best or your worst friend. And the way that you are going to learn that is if you are working with gravity or against it. And when you are lying reclined back in bed, you are working against gravity and making it harder for baby to come down and out. When you are working with gravity, you are using an upright position to help use gravity to bring the heaviest part of baby's body, their head, nicely engaged into your pelvis, on your cervix, into the birth canal to bring them down and out into the world. So standing and swaying with your partner or walking around are really easy and obvious ways to help gravity be on your side to help bring baby down and out. And while they are really obvious and easy, they are really, really effective in using gravity on your side to help you birth your baby. But trusting gravity doesn't always mean that you have to be standing up, because we know that labor can be long and it is tiring, and so being in a standing up position can be exhausting over time. But what it does mean is that you are using, being in an upright position in your favor to allow gravity do the work for you. So I mentioned squatting in the beginning to help bring that nice opening. Not only does it help give you a good opening, but it also helps use gravity. So you can do it with the birth ball, like I had mentioned before, where you're doing this. You can do it with your partner. Some hospitals have cloth that you can use that will help you have support while you are squatting, or you can do it on your squat bar that is attached to every hospital bed at a hospital in the US. Another position that you can be in during your labor, which we've talked about in almost every other letter before this, is being on all fours. And it really is a very effective way to be open, to be leaning forward, and now to be trusting gravity to help you do the work. So you can be on all fours on your hands and knees in your bed, or you can be doing it in your shower or your bathtub or wherever. Or you can do it on the birth ball just like this so that you have a little bit more support if you need it. If you are tired and you want to be sitting, I just did a demonstration with a chair and said you can be laboring on the toilet. Again, laboring on the toilet is a great use of gravity to really help you do the work as you are bringing baby down into your pelvis, down through the birth canal, and out of your womb. And last but not least, using gravity with a birth ball. A great way to do it is to do those light little bounces. You can just imagine, like on a trampoline, when you are doing those big jumps, you are coming down really hard. So obviously we're not doing trampoline-esque jumps on our birth ball, but just doing these little bounces between contractions can really help engage baby in a great way and use gravity in your favor to be doing the work for you. Along with bouncing, you can also be doing those circles like I mentioned, or those figure eights like I had said before as well. If you don't want to be doing that and you want to be standing, you can put the birth ball on your bed like I just demonstrated earlier and be standing over it and letting it support you and allowing you to rest on it. Or if you want to have even a deeper relaxation, move yourself completely on the bed and put the birth ball on your bed so that you can be in like a crouching position over the birth ball, just like this, but so it's supported by a raised bed. And that makes it so you're not having to keep it stable and you're allowed to rest a little bit more on it. So there are a lot of different positions that I just shared with you during this video, and like I mentioned at the beginning, there is no magic one position to do that's going to make your labor painless or super, super fast, but the rules that I want you to remember is BLT, be open, lean forward, and trust gravity. And when you have those 3 rules in mind, you are really going to be able to find a position that best suits you for this pregnancy and for this birth experience. After listening to this video, if you have any questions, make sure you comment them down below. If it really helped you in helping you learn how to use a birth ball in different positions to help you progress in labor and to do so most comfortably, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It really does help me, mama. Thanks for being in this video. I'm so excited to see you in the next one. Bye.